The new managing director of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, visited Bangkok to attend the ASEAN summit. This is her first foreign mission as the new IMF chief. Amidst the global economic uncertainties, Georgieva smiled and had several firm handshakes with 10 leaders of ASEAN and the dialogue partners. During the interview with the Thai PBS, I asked her the prospect of ASEAN economy.
On the ASEAN summit, let me stress that leaders showed tremendous commitment to cooperation on very important topics. One, on sustainable development, making progress towards the sustainable development goals. Two, on cooperation on trade. And that, I believe, is hugely important at a time when growth is being slowed down by trade tensions. ASEAN is a bright spot in the global economy, region that is growing rapidly and using the prospects of growth for the benefit of the population and for underpinning sustainable and inclusive growth for the future.
Kristalina Georgieva, a Bulgarian economist, is the first IMF chief who is from an emerging economy. She clearly supports gender equality and encourages women to work smart to rise to the top, which will finally contribute to higher economic growth.
Let me start from ASEAN. If labor markets open for women the same way they are open for men, if there is gender equality and equal participation of women in the labor market, growth in ASEAN will jump by 1.5%. This is good for everybody. We advocate very strongly to eliminate all legal barriers for women to participate in the economy on equal footing with men. Today, there are only 6 countries in the whole world, none of them from here, where legally women are equal to men. We also have to do everything possible to encourage women to graduate from universities, to take on more serious studies in science and technology, and to be brave to step up in decision-making roles in public and in private institutions. Part of the problem is us. Women very often don't apply for senior positions. For us at the IMF, we still have more men than women in senior jobs. So my message to our women at the fund and to all women everywhere is dare. Dare to step up. Stand for yourself, because when men and women participate, we make better decisions, we are more productive, and life is more enjoyable.
What has taken you to have come this far, if you look back for your own profile?
Well, what has taken me for my generation is work harder than the men to be equal. I have put more hours and did more than my colleagues men to be equal with them until I got up at the position of authority that I am today. I took that positively, thinking, well, I work harder than the men. Now I know more than the men. I can beat the men. But I don't want my daughter and my granddaughter to have to work harder to be equal. I want them to be equal just because they are.
You are the first IMF director who are from an emerging economy. What's the direction that you are going to move IMF forward?
I very strongly believe that because I'm the first managing director from an emerging market economy, I have an added responsibility to make sure that IMF evolves with the world around us. As dynamic emerging economies take a bigger role, they ought to have also a bigger space in IMF and a bigger part in the quarters of the IMF. So what I would relentlessly do is to pursue for IMF to look like the world that is surrounding us. I also think that coming from an emerging market economy means that I have more empathy, more understanding of the difficulties emerging market economies face to build institutions, to fight corruption, to bring more openness for private sector to succeed. And I want to translate this into an IMF that works for strong economies to improve the lives of people based on sound monetary, fiscal, structural policies.